Good evening. Tonight, I gotta open it. Let me use my grandfather's old Queen steel pocket knife. Every once in a while I carry it just because memories. Well, but this is going to be a opening. Although I have tried this from an open bottle at the distillery. I've been there. I've tried all their whiskeys when I was there. I bought this one, the straight bourbon whiskey. I liked it the best. Their rye has a lot of promise, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to buy it and try it for you guys. But anyway, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Well, let's get on board. It is a local product from Kansas. It's made up in Marquette, Kansas. Distilled, not made. It is distilled, bottled, the whole 9 yards in Marquette, Kansas. It's Smoky Valley Distillery. Straight bourbon whiskey, 45% alcohol by volume. Like I said, it comes from Marquette, Kansas. There's some blurb on the back. Let's read the blurb. Carefully crafted in the Smoky... God, I can't even talk tonight. Took the dogs for a walk. Carefully crafted in the Smoky Valley of central Kansas, where the Smoky Hills and prairie meet, each bottle embodies the taste of the Midwest and the spirit of America's small towns. Our bourbon is made with only the finest ingredients, including the naturally sweet and refreshing sandstone filtered water of the nearby Kiowa Aquafilter, and stored in American white oak barrels. The result, a Kansas-born whiskey that captures the essence of Smoky Valley. Now, oftentimes, bourbon makers will not use spring water or water from a sandstone aquifer because sandstone tends to carry a lot of iron in it, whereas limestone aquifers don't. They tend to carry, obviously, calcium. I got a caught between calcite and calcium. It carries a lot of calcium, usually magnesium and a few other trace minerals that come in with limestone, where sandstone is going to carry predominantly an iron or silicate base within the water itself. But it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't affect the water itself. It just affects how, during the distilling process, it reacts with your mash, how your mash how's the word? The words I'm looking for, it's not coming to me right now. But it affects how your mash, when your mash is being aged, for lack of a better purpose. My God, I cannot think of these terms now. My brain has slipped a total gear tonight. Anyway, and all the way through the distilling process. So, but I've been there, I've tried it, and to tell you the truth, I can't remember what I paid for the bottle. I think in the $40 range, if I recall correctly. And for a craft-made local product, to me it's worth it. Didn't say anything about aging, did it? They did tell me how long it was aged. For the life of me, I can't remember. You'd think I'd remember better things than that, but this has been a month and a half ago. I picked this up, maybe 2. But anyway, enough blurb. It's a local Kansas product. We'll run with that. A lot of nice sweet corn on the nose. Bright. It's very bright. It does bring its youth and fullness into it. But the corn is nice in it. It's a touch mouth watering. My mouth is already watering from it. Put a background caramel. And a hint of molasses. And it's a strange thing to get. But on the nose, more on the sweet side. I would say nutmeg, spice-wise in it. for the life of me, I can't remember the mash bill either. Should have looked these things up before I started. Oh well, it's neither here nor there now. Take into account it's 45%. That bright note comes through in the palate. It was that slightly minty, which tends to make me think it has a rye mash bill. It's a good product. Okay, aesthetics wise, fairly decent legs. Aesthetics wise though, on the bottle shape, I like the bottle shape. It harkens back to an older style whiskey bottle with the neck done like that, which is fairly common on all the bottles we see nowadays. So aesthetics, I don't find much wrong with it. It would be nice if it had just a little bit like how long it was aged on the back. But they do offer a lot of other information on there, so it's not exactly, it gives you enough information, but it's not, I don't know. Aesthetics, 1 out of 10. I'm giving that a 6. I think we could do a little bit better on the labeling. Maybe age, even though I know it's not aged long, and it comes through. It's still aged enough, more than enough. But aesthetics, we're going to give 6. Nose, simple, straightforward, nothing exciting, 1 out of 20. I'm giving the nose a 14. Flavor, 1 out of 20. I like that little mintiness comes around in the background. Still a little bit on the youthful side, but not bad. There's worse, a lot worse out there. Still brings from that nutmeg, caramel. Tends to be on a little bit on the sweet side. The corn note does show itself. Fast finish, a little bit on the thin side. So flavor wise, I'm gonna do a little bit more on the flavor. I'm gonna give it a 15 out of 20. Mouthfeel, it is a little, it's there. It's not the greatest. Mouthfeel for me is going to be 13 out of 20. I think there could be a little bit more mouthfeel. Finish is where it hurts itself the worst. It finishes very quickly. If you like a whiskey that you could probably mix, that you know is going to not linger after you drink it in your mixed drink, this would be a good one for that. But I mean, finish, it's quick, it's not long, it doesn't linger, and finish is a 1 out of 20 on this, and I can't give the finish more than a 12. It's there, it's all right, it's just not, there's no awkward notes in it. It doesn't come around and make you do that like, you know, sometimes you do. It doesn't do any of that. I mean, it's just quick, easy, and done. And that's just the best way to do the finish on it. And then the value, when we take the value on this, we've got to remember this is a local product competing with the big boys that can do it. Excuse me. Cheaper, with more volume. He's not doing that. He's making a craft product here. And I think for the value wise though, 1 out of 10, being a craft product like it is, I think that gives it an extra value in the value note. This ain't Jim Beam trying to push something over on you. This is some guy making the best product he can, trying to get more products, trying to do better. So I think value-wise, even though I paid in the $40 range, I'm sure I paid that for this bottle. 1 out of 10. I think value-wise, it's all right. There's nothing wrong with it. Value is going to be a 7. So let's total this up. My calculator's really not wanting to function right. I should just use my head again like I did, but I'd rather not. Tired. Just walked 2 miles with the dogs. My legs are a little wore out. My brain's a little wore out. So we're going to do it this way. Okay, it's a 67. Under my new scoring system, that's 67 out of 100. And it doesn't sound like that, but I'm going to tell you what, in my new scoring system, since I've changed to this, a lot of things don't score, very well. So I like it. 67 is not a bad score, actually. It's a high D, in the relative thought of things, but there's promise in this whiskey. And I like the thought of the promise in it. I will be going back up there. I think I got to buy the rye. The rye was good. It was just different. It was just different. But I think there's a lot of promise here. And if you got a craft distillery, take your time. Enjoy it, because their products, what they start out as and what they're going to end up to be someday is hopefully 2 very different things. And you've got building steps. This was the first whiskey I think they made, if I recall. So I think if this is the first whiskey they made and it does this well, because I'm going to tell you, there's one up in Kansas City that I should probably reevaluate. And their first whiskey, this is much better. Anyway, a little proof, a little age. I think you got a winner here. I really do. A little proof, a little age, and that nose will come up. That nose score will come up. The flavor score will come up. Mouthfeel will come up. And we've got to get a little finish in there. A little longer, a little more lingered out. That's what we're looking for. Anyway, I've said enough. Remember, the spirit in the glass isn't running from you. Take your time, sip and enjoy it. You'll be better for it, as well we will. Everyone have a wonderful day.